At last check, Vegas considered Michigan the second most likely team to win not just the Big Ten championship, the national championship at 7-1 odds. That's a argument for another day. Let's look at the challenges Michigan faces in winning. Let's first start with a division championship, then a Big Ten championship, maybe national championship. Okay, the Wolverines did not schedule difficult out of conference, so why is this the 24th rated schedule in the country? We'll get to that in just a second. So Michigan needs to schedule difficult games, just like any powerhouse in college football. And as a new, somewhat powerhouse in college football, it's deplorable that Baylor schedules no one. Everybody else at this point has been brought to at least the pressure's been placed by the conferences and by the media and the fans to schedule somebody. So just about everybody has one game. Michigan, really not. They should have known Colorado would not be a marquee game when that was scheduled. So right now, the 3 non-conference games from Michigan, as the Big Ten has transitioned from an 8 to a 9-game season: Hawaii, Central Florida, Colorado. We need to see Michigan play someone out of conference, and they typically do. Michigan historically has not dodged teams. They go out, they go to the West Coast and play the Pac-12 on a regular basis. Michigan plays difficult non-conference schedules, usually. Last year, it was the game to start the season at Utah. They had a return trip from Oregon State from the Pac-12, although the Beavers were horrible last year. That's a quality get most of the time. But, my goodness, Michigan, Hawaii, Central Florida, Colorado. You can't bank on Colorado being a marquee game. That hasn't happened for 10 years. So, Michigan, why do they have a difficult schedule? It all rests in the Ohio State and Michigan State games, Penn State to a lesser degree, and they draw 2 of the better teams from the Western Division. Maybe the 2 best teams. They certainly were in 2015. 2 best teams in the West, Wisconsin and Iowa, and the Iowa games on the road. They also have Illinois. So Michigan's 2-game stretch of Penn State, Wisconsin is really their toughest stretch. So everybody's spread out. So that lightens the weight. They have no gauntlet of a stretch like look at Rutgers had against Iowa, Ohio State, or some other teams like Indiana had Michigan State, Ohio State, Nebraska, Northwestern. Michigan, they've got them all spread out. Penn State and Wisconsin back-to-back, but Michigan State is spread out, Iowa spread out by a week, Ohio State spread out. They've got Indiana and Maryland separating those difficult games, but it's still difficult just because of the Big Ten slate. Michigan at number 4 in the Big Ten, 24th in the country. Maize and Blue, talk it up. Let's hear from you on Mark Rogers TV.